It's the airport. It's 5:14 a.m. on a Monday morning. It's was a Sunday night that I just went through. It was a slow Sunday night. I ended up with about $175. Now I got another 42 more. So that's going to help. Brings me over the 200 mark. Yeah. Well, my regulars started borrowing money again. And rides. And she said she'd pay me back tomorrow. Okay. Aside from that, nothing happened tonight, really. And the money I made, I'm not counting that which she hasn't paid me yet. I was busy taking her downtown 3 times. She says, "Oh, I want to take a chunk out of what I owe you." I said, "Well, stop borrowing and pay me back." And she tells me she's going to go into to rehab. I said, "Great. Hope it works, because I know some people who it doesn't work for." And thank you so much for all the help you've given me, she says. I told her I have to buy medication tomorrow. I need the money. If I don't buy the medication, then I'm SOL. And that's about it for tonight. I think I might have, well, I don't think I'll have another call, but if I do, I might as well go back to town and pick up there, because I'm not going to get anything out here. I'll be back tomorrow. The time is now 5:31 a.m. It is the Tuesday morning. I am at the airport. It is just kind of hectic right here. But this was an interesting night in that it was one of those where nothing happened for a while, then it was busy, and then nothing happened for a while, and it was busy. And I guess by about 3 o'clock, I had $200 on. And I went to sleep. And I guess it was 3:30 or so. I got a call to our office. And it was to pick up a girl, and she was coming out near the airport. I got $50 for my troubles. I got back into town. Well, actually, I went to the car wash that's out here near the airport. I washed the car. Then I got back into town. I guess it was 4:30. And I wasn't there for long. I started to watch a video and got sent for a 5 o'clock time call. And that 5 o'clock time call came out here to the airport. I got about 300 on right now, so that's fine. It is the end of my shift. I've got just enough time to get back into town and pass the car on to the new driver that we got, who started working this car Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So now the car is being covered for most of the week. The only part that I don't like about it is that I have to make a bigger effort to get back into town on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday mornings. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday mornings. Thursday mornings, this guy doesn't work, it's the owner. And on Friday mornings, it's also the owner. So, yeah. Another good thing happened last night. I was called again by my regular, and she says, I got some money for you, but can you come pick me up? So I picked her up, took her downtown, and she paid me some money. She paid me all the money that she borrowed the night before and the fares of the night before. So she's deeper in by just the amount it took to take her downtown and bring her back out. So it's you know, she pays as she goes, or should I say she borrows and then the next couple days she pays. She says she wants to pay me some more in the near future, which is just excellent. And that's going very well. So here we are on a Tuesday morning, heading back into town. And I will talk to you in about 24 hours again. It was a moderately slow night, but I was getting $15 trips and quite a few of them. And I had almost 200 on by 2 o'clock when I cleared from a fair. And then I went and sat in the parking lot watching videos. But I didn't watch much videos in that time because I fell asleep. And I fell asleep a few times. Woke up and fell asleep and woke up, and it wasn't until after 5 when I got my next call. So I sat for more than 3 hours in one spot waiting for something to happen. So it's a fortunate thing that I had almost 200 on when I fell asleep. This last fare I had was $25, which is a good thing. So I got a little over 200. I got about 220 on. No, about 210. That will have to do because I've got 20 minutes left and my shift is over. So I'm gonna go fuel it and park it. Did I mention it that we have a new guy on day shift? So I have to bring the car in time rather than come in whenever I feel like it. So that's what's happening. I'm gonna fuel it, park it, and that is it. That is all. I will be back tomorrow. And then the last day of the week, the day after that. Talk to you sooner. It's Thursday morning. It's 5 in the morning on Thursday morning. My shift has about an hour left to go. It has been a night full of drama. Well, I had my my regular call me and ask me to lend her a bit of money. She'll pay me on Friday, and so on and so on and so on. Okay, fine. So I do that, take her downtown, and I happen to have a couple of beers in my fridge because somebody left them in the cab. So I said, did you want a couple of beers? And she said, sure. So I grabbed those for her. And so she's going to pay me on Friday. But it's not finished yet. Let's see now. Yeah, she said, I won't call you again tonight. But she did. She called me later on and asked if she could borrow $20 until, Friday. Okay. So, all right. So now it's always, she pays me, she borrows. She pays me, she borrows. She pays me, she borrows. Why does she bother borrowing and paying? Why doesn't she just have the money and not borrow and not pay? Just leave me alone. Leave me out of the picture. I mean, pay me for taking her places, but anyway, it's just stupid. So then I got sent to a place where there were some cab drivers. The cab drivers own the place. And the guy who lives there asked me if I would take his 3 friends home. I said, sure, I can take them home. So the first one tells me where to go. We go to his place, drop him off. The second one tells me where to go after that, drop him off. Now the third one has the longest way to go, but he's the drunkest. So I ask, the one guy says, it's near the hospital. I said, okay, so I'll go towards the hospital. The other hospital, the one at the other end of town. Okay, fine. So we're heading towards the hospital. And this guy's babbling incoherently, and on top of that, we've got a language barrier. He's English is not his first language, shall we say. And he was saying, oh, I drive cab, I do this, I do that, I do this, I do that. I said, great, But he's babbling incoherently. I can't understand everything he's saying. So I asked him, so are we going near the hospital? He says, yeah. Okay, fine. So then we're heading towards the hospital. We made a turn and we're heading towards the hospital. And at one point he says, I need to get smoke. Okay, fine. So I'm about to turn around to go to the store where they can sell smokes. And he says, no, go! I say, well, where do you want me to go? I was going to take you to a store where there's smokes. Then he gave me the name of another street. He says, what are you, stupid? I said, no, just tell me where you want to go and I'll take you there. If you don't tell me where you want to go, I can't go there because I don't know. He says, just go. And he gave me the name of the street. So I went to that street. I said, now what? He says, well, you turn right. Okay, fine. So we go up the road and he says, you see that over there? Oh, it's a big gas station. He wants to go to that gas station. Now, the store I would have taken him to would have been a shorter distance and it wouldn't have made a detour. But this was a long distance and it was a detour, but we went his way. He says, I don't care about the money. I don't care. But, he just wanted to go his way. So we got him to the gas station where he bought smokes, and then I'm confused. I'm going, okay, where do we go now? He says, the hospital. Okay, fine. And he was calling me stupid and all kinds of things. I said, well, garbage in, garbage out. If you don't tell me which way, if you don't tell me where you're going, I can't go there. Anyway, I was going to take him to the nearest store when he said smokes. But no, he wanted to go to another one, but he didn't make that clear. Okay. So we got his cigarettes and we got him near the hospital. And then when we're near the hospital, he says, turn, no, where are we going? Where are we going? He gave me the name of another street, which was the next street over. I said, okay, I can do that. Thank you for telling me. Instead of just waving your hands and not, telling me where you're going. So we get to the end of the street, and I say, is this it? He said, yeah. And then he asks me, what do I do now? I said, well, it's your place. You go in. He says, oh, but I'd be waking up my wife. I said, so? He says, so she's going to beat me up. I said, well, that's your problem. He says, well, don't you have a wife? I say, no. I live alone. I don't have these problems. That's up to you. So, and then, for some reason, he tried to hug me. I don't understand why, but... And then he got out of the car, and I'm just filling in my paperwork, and we used a charge slip, much like this one, to charge much of the ride to the guy whose house I picked him up at, because the guy who lived there said to charge it to him. But this guy, earlier on when he was in the back seat, he gave me $20. It was like $42 ride. So I charged $22 to the charge slip, and of course he gave me 20, so whatever. Well, I dealt with that, and while I was dealing with that, while I was at the gas station and the guy was getting smokes, I got a call from my regular, and I said, listen, I'm in a situation here. I got this guy who's really drunk. He can't tell me where he's going. I have to deal with this first. I can't deal with anything else right now, okay? I can't. Fine. So I dealt with that. And then I finally get back here to relax. And I'm watching a video or two. And then I get a call. Please come quick. It's my regular. And I say, okay, all right, I'll be there soon. And she says where she is, which is not at home. And I said, well, what are you doing out here? And she starts crying and bawling and saying that she just got thrown out of a car. I said, who did this to you? Well, it's her ex-boyfriend, her psychotic ex-boyfriend, who kicked her out of a car. And I said, well, why did you go with him? You know he's nothing but trouble. And she says, well, he conned me into coming with him. And then he kicked me out of the car. And broke my nail and it's bleeding. Anyway, whatever. So she wanted to go downtown again and get some more crack cocaine. And I had to lend her the money again. Fuck, I hate that. I really hate that. And then, well, she got back to her place and she said, and I said, well, why don't you do a police report? She says, because it has to do with drugs. I said, no, this doesn't have to do with drugs. This has to do with someone throwing you out of a car. And she said, he's been texting me, he's going to kill my kids and he's going to do this and that. I said, look, you should get a restraining order. You should go to the police right now. I'll go with you. She said, no, I can't do it now. I've had drugs, had to drink. And then I say, you sure? Because this is serious. She says, I'm going to go tomorrow. Like hell she will. I'd really be surprised if she did. Anyway, this ex-boyfriend of hers is a real piece of work. He's jealous and he's abusive, and it's just not a good scene. So I managed to get her back home. She says she's going to pay me on Friday. Yeah, okay, fine. I'll believe that when I see it again. And yeah. Then as she was going in the house, she said, if you feel bored or something, could you get me some whiskey? I'm not bored enough. Tonight has had too much drama. And I don't think there's going to be anything left, because in about 45 minutes I'm going to pull the plug and go to the car wash and wash the thing. And that is all for the Wednesday night. I hope tomorrow will be easier. Oh, did I mention I only got 240 on? Not that good a night. I'm pretty tired right now. The time is 5:27 a.m. on a Friday morning. And I have had a fairly busy night, even though I've only got $275 on. $275, but I also took my regular downtown 3 times. So that's another $75 I would have made, and I think I'm lost. I think I'm lost. We're out in Langford area. Oh, I think I know where I am now. We're near the rodeo. I think we're near the rodeo. Are we? Yeah. Okay. I know where I am now. We're near the rodeo. Where was I? Oh yeah. So I was busy. So I did like a $350 night, because she owes me another $75 just for the fares alone. And she owes me some more money for what I lent her. But she said she's going to pay me some tomorrow. There goes an ambulance. She's going to pay me some tomorrow, and she's going to pay me some more on Tuesday. Reason being that that's when she gets money. So she promised me she's going to pay me quite a lot this time. I have her bank card. The last time I used her bank card, it worked. Guaranteed. She will have for me tomorrow some cash. So I have her bank card, her driver's license, her passport, her diamond ring. She said, "You have my life." Oh man, this is terrible. Morning traffic, yuck. I'm in the morning commute here, so I should go off the air. Let me do that. Book 990 off the air, and I'm gonna go to the car wash. I'm gonna wash the car, and then here comes another ambulance. My gosh, did somebody have an accident or something? Anyway, I'm tired because I've been going almost non-stop. I did get a chance to take a nap for about an hour at one point, but that was between calls from my regular customer and almost every time I went to stop and take a rest, I got a call. I watched some video, yeah, but that was earlier on in the night at the beginning. And then got busy and steady and busy and busy and busy. I'm just tired. I've had enough. My week is done as soon as I park this thing. I'm going to wash it. I'm going to fuel it. I'm going to park it. I'm going to add up how much I took in the way of Interac and credit cards and coupons and account customers and all that. Add that stuff all up and put all that stuff in an envelope in the glove box. Then the owner will drive the car in the daytime, and in the evening after his shift he will come to my door with my money, with my overs, because there are overs. I always take in more Interac and credit card and everything than it costs me to lease the car. So yeah, you've heard the expression, drive it like it's a rental. That's what I do. It's a rental. I hope yours is better than mine. Have a good weekend. I know I will.